Bob Arum there speaking about the Fury Usyk rematch. We were led to believe, Gareth, that it would happen in October, the start of Riyadh season for 2024. It's now likely to happen at the end of the year, if not start of 2025.
I'm not sure I like it ending. We don't end the year without the second fight. I do get it that 5 months is a very short period in between. I don't like the fact it stretches out to next year. I think because I would love to see a boxing match open Riyadh season again. It's great for us and our sport. But if he's saying that, I'm not absolutely certain that's right. And I want Joshua against the winner in March next year. I don't want a delay on it. I want those guys fighting each other.
Yeah, no, I agree. In terms of a boxing match opening Riyadh season, I did sit down with Bivol yesterday, and he did say, look, he's been told him versus Viterbi of October. So that could probably kick off Riyadh season. It's not a bad one. I mean, it's not Fury Usyk, but it's a good 1B, right? I mean, the undisputed light heavyweight title fight between those two. So, and I do feel, I don't know, watching that, I haven't seen Tyson Fury take that many hits solid like that. I know he took punches against Deontay Wilder, but he took quite a few. So I do want him to rest up a little bit as well.
Yeah, I was thinking it might happen in November. That was all. Okay. 6 months. It's a long period of inactivity if they don't fight till next year, in my view. 10 months, but we shall see. I'd like to know. I'd like to hear from the horse's mouth about this. Obviously, we haven't heard from Tyson Fury since the loss to Usyk. Yeah. I've spoken to a couple of members of his team since, and you know he's having some downtime. He's working it out in his own mind. I mean, obviously, he said on the night he wants the rematch, but we shall see.
Yeah, we shall. Let's hope, because as you say, it's a long time. A lot can happen. Who knows with both fighters? Both fighters have achieved so much. And although they say rematch clauses have been exercised, anything can happen between now and November or now and the end of the year. One fight we do know that's happening, and I'm not too pleased about it, if I'm honest with you. Look, let me just get straight to it. We are talking about Derek Chisora versus Joe Joyce, scheduled for July 27th for Queensbury fight card. It's booked for the O2 Arena. I don't know if it does that, but look, both of them have got fan bases. Before I let you go, I will say this. Look, I'm a massive fan of Derek Chisora. I love him. I speak to him on a personal note. He gives me advice sometimes, but he's entertained me so much. I don't need him to entertain me anymore. He's done it. Yeah. He's been at wars, and I just want to see him walk off into the sunset now. He's desperate to get to 50 fights, and I think he's on 46. And I just don't like the idea of this fight for Derek.
Yeah, but Derek still believes he has something in him. And you can't stop him. We're only going to know later on in life how much it's affected him. Listen, he's on the screwy side of Looney anyway. We love him. And he's become an icon. He's become someone we love to be around. He's entertaining. He's off the wall. You don't know what's happening next. As he says, he's a money-weight fighter these days. The belts don't matter. I've known Derek a very long time, and the longer you know him, and the more he grows on you, the more he's a feature in our sport, the more he doesn't want to go away. The more he becomes an interviewer with a mic, the more he shows up and misbehaves on the dais, the more he likes to shock. But then, as you say, we've got to see him go in the ring and put his body and his soul on the line. And Joe Joyce hits very hard, is very concussive. He's a big bruiser. But Derek's going to crouch down and throw that big overhand right, yeah? You just don't know, baby.
You don't know, but I almost feel like boxing has a duty of care sometimes to protect its fighters that have given us so much. And I felt that there's been so many times where Derek could call it quits, and it's been perfect timing. I remember the Kubrat Pulev fight. Big fight, he walked to the ring. I think it was an Elvis Presley song. He walked with his daughters. And I almost thought that was the perfect goodbye. You got a big win, the get-back win against Pulev. Fury gave him an opportunity when maybe he shouldn't have for a title fight, massive occasion. that was a perfect time to say, you know what, enough's enough. Like, when is enough enough? Like,
Well, he hasn't had enough. He hasn't had enough. He once said to me, when I'm in a coffin or when I'm in the ground, you'll have to put the nails deep into that coffin because I'll be pulling the coffin out and crawling out for another fight, you know? I'll still be fighting when I'm 6 feet under. So that's his mentality. It was for DAZN off the cuff, actually. And it was chilling. It was haunting. It was absolutely haunting. But you mentioned the little girls, his daughters. You mentioned he's got this pink house, hasn't he, up in North London, painted pink for his girls. I've seen a picture of it. You know, he's probably the most loving dad in the world, and I think he's probably doing it for those girls. And he's born for this. So far be it from me to say, Derek, don't you dare walk in there again. You know, and then maybe he'll make his own mind up. He'll make his own mind up on it.
No, he will. He will. I just hope that I don't know. I hope that both fighters get out of there safe and all their faculties in place, because this I just can see a bruising fight for both. And I don't know. Maybe that's the side of me that's a bit like. Again, once you get to know these fighters and you're around them, it's different from when I first started this journey and I just saw them on TV. Once you sit with them and have a coffee with them, you kind of get sort of you build relationships and you just want them to be.
Yeah, you have a compassion for him, but I've also, my compassion also extends to what's Derek going to do when he's not driven by the idea of a fight again. You know.
True. I just wish they could give him an easier one. An easier one would be nice, please, if he's going to continue. But anyway, look, Gareth, it's been great as always. I'll meet you later for a bit of a shisha and a mocktail, and we can talk a bit more about what's going on in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia.